Hello, this is Juanita. I've got a short message for you. Over the weekend, the women had a million women march on Washington, D.C. They've been praying and they're fasting for this election. And mainly, we need to be doing that for this nation, that it will turn back to God. And this message is for the church. The church needs to be praying. They need to be fasting. But God has made us a promise. It's in His Word. And He looks after His Word to perform, and it don't return to Him void. God's not a man that He should lie. And it's a very simple message, and I've given it to you before. It's in His Word. The pastors aren't preaching. Ever since the COVID thing, so many of the pastors aren't really preaching the Word like they should be. I don't know why. They've fallen away. And the devil is just running rampant over them. They need to turn their hearts back to God. They've all been called. God's called them to preach the Word. Not some good feel message. They don't want to lose people, because if they lose people, then they lose their money. And they need to put God first. Seek God first. That's what all of us need to be doing. But He's given us a message. And He's going to look after this message, this Word, and perform it. But it's up to us to do our part. And this is what the church needs to be doing. In 2 Chronicles 7, verse 14, it says in the King James, if my people. The Hebrew Bible says, when my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray. They need to be praying. Seek my face, seek God, and turn from their wicked ways. Then will I hear from heaven, and I will forgive their sin, and I will heal their land. This is the answer to America. It's the answer. The church needs to rise up and take their place. They need to be doing what God's called them to do, instead of sitting around and wondering what's going on in this nation, and just letting the devil take a hold of our children. The stuff they're teaching our kids in school, we all ought to be on the uprise on that. The filth that they're teaching and telling them, the sex they're teaching these young kids, all this stuff. It's an outrage, and the church needs to take their stand, rise up and take their stand, and repent of their sins for letting all this stuff happen. Take back this nation. Pray. It don't belong to the school boards. It don't belong to the government. It belongs to the church. It's God's nation. It's God's. He put us here. He gave us our freedoms. So many men and women have died for our freedom, and we're just letting them die in vain. It's time for the church to rise up and to pray. Seek God's face and let Him do what He wants to do here in this country. He said He'll heal our land. Now wake up and start praying. Get on your knees. Seek His face. Turn from your wicked ways. And He says, I'll heal your land. And that's the truth, because God's not a man that He should lie. Thank you.